All right, 11:14 on a Tuesday morning, one of the biggest stories of the day, former Dallas officer Amber Guyger, she received her verdict this morning. She was found guilty in the shooting case of Botham Jean. Lots of people talking about this. So I brought in defense attorney Mark Reichel to give us a little perspective on this case. Mark, tell us a little bit about what is next here. We got a little bit of a verdict. What's going to happen next?
What's next is sentencing. First, there actually be a new trial motion. Every defense attorney, after a verdict, has to, by law, by rules, file what's called a new trial motion saying, Your Honor, I heard the jury verdict, but you have the power to set this aside based on the evidence. This was not enough to convict, is what the argument will be. Obviously, the DA will oppose that. I don't think this judge is going to set aside the verdict. Then, once that technicality is taken care of, you go to sentencing. Sentencing will be a while down the road. The judge has heard all the facts of this case, heard a lot about this person on trial, heard a lot about the victim, and at the sentencing, the victim's family has the right to be heard.
Yeah, okay, so talk to me a little bit about the limits in Texas. I'm familiar because I'm from Arkansas. There are no minimums.
Yeah, absolutely. She's looking at a maximum, I believe it's 99 years for this murder charge in Texas, and it's very likely this judge could give what really does amount to life in prison.
Okay, all right. So you and I were talking off camera about this. We don't believe that she woke up that morning thinking that she was going to shoot and kill someone. But did her defense fail her because she got murder? I was thinking manslaughter. What happened here? Did the defense drop the ball? What happened?
This is a tough case, I think, for the defense because of the circumstances, okay, with all that's gone on in America for the last many, many years.
Yeah.
African-American men, involvement with law enforcement hasn't turned out well for them. So as a result, in this case, the defense can do everything they can to say, look, she didn't wake up, she didn't get out of the car, she didn't walk down the hall, she didn't open that door, intended to commit a murder. She had no exit plan. She had no plan B to get away with this. She was supposed to meet her boyfriend afterward. So obviously, she, you know, the argument would be she didn't. But the people were, the prosecution was very capable of proving this. Once she realized the circumstance she was in, the situation she was in, she didn't care. She pulled that trigger, not needing to. The big element was whether she needed to pull that trigger.
Wow, that is some perspective. Okay, so where do you see this going from here? I feel like she may have gotten punished for a lot of other crimes that she maybe didn't commit in society.
Well, she's also very well trained. These are police officers. They're trained, given specialized training that the rest of us don't get about whether to pull the trigger or not and in what circumstances. And here, clearly she was distracted, but what hurt her the most was she made a lot of misstatements that were not true right away. First thing first, she said some false statements. That's called consciousness of guilt. You can prove they themselves think they're guilty if they commit a lie afterward.
All right. I appreciate you for coming on and giving us a little perspective. Okay, so this is obviously a story we will continue to follow because it's not done just yet. For more details and to stay up to date, read more, abc10.com. All right, thank you, Mark, for coming in.